What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's Motorfest video, I did want to take a look at the Buck set. I haven't really seen too many people talking about it, so I was like, you know what? Let's go take a closer look at this one and see if it really is worth actually running it. So we do know right now with the Buck set, guys, I have to say this right away. For some odd reason, they only gave this a 15% more on the Bucks that you actually get. On top of that, you can obviously have like the 3% on every part, which is going to be a 21% boost if you have it on every single one. The only thing I don't understand here is why did they make this a 15% more on the Buck set, whereas if you actually look at something like the Fame Magnet, for some odd reason they made this one a 25% boost, and I really do not understand why they did end up making the XP Magnet having around 25% boost to where the Buck set only has a 15% boost. Like, the biggest thing here is, well, why even run the Buck set when you can actually run the regular Fame Magnet? Sure, you might get an extra 15% on the money, but let's be real. An extra 15%, guys, is not going to be that much money on some of the events. For example, I am going to do a race here in a second, which is going to be the Scene 4. Running two of these vehicles here, which is going to be the Berlinetta and the lovely Audi R8. And on top of the regular bonuses you do have on the parts sets, you can also head into your Legend points and add that to it as well, which unfortunately is only going to be a 20% boost on the XP, and you also get a 20% boost on the Bucks. You guys want to know what's insane? You get more of a boost on the actual thing here than you do get from the part set. Does that make any sense? Like, I just, that doesn't really make sense to me. Like, wouldn't that actually be a 25% boost on money unless, I don't want to say it, maybe they did not want to do that because that way you actually would make more money and then that would actually allow you to get the cars faster. Hopefully I'm wrong on that, but let's be real though, like, at this point though, I do think we can all agree that the Bucks Magnet probably needs a slight boost, like make it a 25% on Bucks, like similar to the XP Magnet, and then maybe it's actually going to give players a bigger reason to run it. Now for the test on this, I did want to actually do this on the Scene 4 event because I figured why not run a Street Tier 2 vehicle on that and see how much money I get from it. Now from that, guys, running an XP Magnet with the maximum, Bucks and the Legend perk on it, including the driver points, I got around $46,000 on the event, which I actually think is pretty dang good. Keep in mind though, you're also getting that 25% boost on the XP when doing it. Now the funny part is I did run it back to back again with a Buck set. One thing I actually found kind of insane about this is the XP I got was 27,000 from it. Now that is going to be around 3,800 XP or something like that when not using an XP magnet compared to a Buck set. And you can also have an extra 30% on top of that running one of the main stage vehicles, but I did not want to do that in the SRT8. Not really feeling it. But when running that event with a Buck set though, I got around $51,000 from the event compared to the 46,700 or so dollars with the XP magnet. So you're probably going to notice around a $4,000 difference or so again. Also kind of comparing that to the XP giving you around 4,000. Why am I getting into so much math with this right now? Weird. So I guess you could say the biggest difference here though is having a 25% boost on an entire Legend part build compared to a 15% boost. Which I would say a lot of players are going to go, well, Block, like it's only 10%, like it really doesn't matter. And I do hate to say it, but in ways you are probably right. Like even if they did increase it, a lot of players are probably still going to want to have the driver points being higher. Like, for example, guys, why are those going to be locked at 20 points? Like, I really think at least Rich and only Legend should be around at least 50 points, giving you like a 50% boost. On top of like the part set or something like that would be incredible. And yeah, they really should probably upgrade that Rich part set until like 25%. Or even something like 30%. That way it makes a lot of players go, you know what? I do want to grind for the Buck set. That way I can actually use this to grind money. Instead of many players probably using a Legend set to actually grind money because it kind of gives you around the exact same amount, almost by around 3 to 4,000, which I wouldn't say is a lot, but if you did actually do like 10 or 15 runs in an event, then yeah, it would probably offset itself by giving you like an extra run of money. Like if you were to do 10 races on the Scene 4, you would make around 40,000 extra on that 10th run, which I would say is going to be like a free event or something like that, or it would give you like a free race doing it that many times. But regardless though, guys, having a 15% boost on Bucks does need an increase. And let's be real here, having the Legend points being higher most likely needs to be something that they have to do, at least increase it to 50. That way it's going to give players more of a boost when grinding out money and XP and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Do you think the Rich set should be at 25%? I would almost guarantee that everybody wants the driver points to be higher in general, and on top of that, having the rich being 25 on top of the legend being 25, then I think it would make these sets that much better.